of order, enquired what a member could do to flag up concern, the answer is beyond statements in the chamber and the opportunities that might be presented by debate. Honourable members are perfectly at liberty to table and sign early day motions. So I think the honourable gentleman will require no further information or encouragement than I have already provided. Point of order, Alison Thewlis.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, last Wednesday, in a debate that I called in Westminster Hall, the Minister for Immigration responded on the Home Office's treatment of highly skilled migrants by saying that, and I quote, "No applicants have been successful at judicial review," and also that 38 appeals have been allowed, mostly on human rights grounds. Mr Speaker, firstly, my understanding is that appeals can only be allowed on human rights grounds under Section 6 of the Human Rights Act. But more worryingly, several different sources have been in touch with me, Mr Speaker, to say that people have been successful at judicial review, either because the Home Office decision has been overturned or because the Home Office settled via consent order and then granted indefinite leave to remain afterwards. Mr Speaker, I'm very concerned that the Minister for Immigration has misled the House in Westminster Hall, either through omission or through deliberate misuse of a statement. Would she be able to bring this to the House?
Order. The Honourable Lady mustn't suggest that a Minister has, by calculation, misled either this chamber or Westminster Hall. If she wants to suggest that there might have been inadvertence involved, that would be orderly, and then she can conclude very safely her point of order, and I think that would be best. Please.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. The Minister may have inadvertently misled the House, Mr Speaker, but she certainly read from a pre-prepared statement to Westminster Hall, as far as I could ascertain. So I think it would be useful if the Minister could come to the House and explain this statement that she made last week, because it is deeply concerning that people have quite clearly won at judicial review, and the Minister either does not know that or did not share that with the House.
Well, I'm very grateful to the Honourable Lady for her point of order, and the short answer is that every member of this House is responsible for the veracity of what he or she says to it. That includes ministers. If a minister feels that he or she has erred, and to err is human, and has inadvertently given incorrect information to the House, it is open to, and it would, I think, be thought incumbent upon, that member to correct the record. It is not for me to act as arbiter of whether that is required, but the Honourable Lady, who is now a relatively experienced and certainly a very dexterous member of the House, has found the means to register her concern. I feel sure that that concern will be communicated to the relevant occupant of the Treasury bench ere long. What then happens? We await events.